at the very foundation of education is knowing God and knowing oneself. This is the foundation of any true education anywhere in the world. Here in Belize, from the very inception, the church began offering education to parents so that their children could have that spiritual foundation. And so what we're endeavoring to do is to help these young people to understand themselves, to understand the role that they must play in society, and of course to do so in a conscientious manner so that they will contribute to the building of the society and not the destruction of the society.
You as an individual, as a young person struggling with all the issues, realize you are precious, you're special, you're important, you're unique, there's no other you, and God made you exactly how He wants you, and He loves you even if nobody else, if you think nobody else loves you, He loves you unconditionally. It's the people who do the right thing that help the whole society to be a better place. So where will they learn to do the right thing? Where will they learn to value the dignity of each person, to treat the person that's on the street begging the same way they would treat someone who is in authority? It is only when they realize that that person, just like them, just like everybody else, is made by a creator who loves that person too. So when you have big decisions to make, what will be your parameter? What will be your guidelines? On what basis will you make your decision? That is what we want to give our young people, an opportunity to hope. If they don't have hope, if they don't have faith, they don't have hope. Parents, when you're making a choice, trying to decide where will your child go, think about what values you want your child to learn. Think about the person you want them to be. Think about what you want to help them when they have those tough decisions to make. And think about what kind of education will equip them for that.
I was educated also in a Catholic primary and high school, and I always cherish that education because it's a well-rounded education, and at the same time it helps you focus on what life is about, the importance of putting God first, and at the same time that should lead you to loving your neighbor, your brother or sister. And I've seen many of our teachers in our schools come early and leave late. That is a sacrifice, not only focusing on themselves, but realizing that what they're doing is for the future of this country, for the future of our church. When you look at all those that have gone through our schools, you'll see a lot of leaders for the various organizations. We try to focus especially on what the needs of the country and the resources, the person who will be ready to take on the various roles in building this country.
I GAMAS in Mary School, and their education was priority. Religious education was priority. In the mornings, early morning, you have devotion. The whole school comes together and they have devotion. You go back to your class when you're leaving to go home for lunch, you say a prayer. When you come back in, you say another. You know, that religious aspect was always there. We went to church. Every week you had a church service. And we were encouraged to attend Sunday school. And we learned stories from the Bible, learn how to behave in the right way, learn how to be kind to one another, and so on. We had people who were role models and who, showed us the best way to behave and that type of thing, and always link whatever they were saying to a story in the Bible or that and you were encouraged to use it in your everyday life. At St. Mary's, our principal was a man named Robert Smith. He was an Irishman that came from Ireland to be the principal of St. Mary's. Very strict man, but we learned the principles of good behavior. We learned that it was necessary to go to church, to worship, and we learned definitely what was expected of us as we grew up from one stage to another. The priest that was in charge of the parish, every day in the overall school, and he walk around and see what happen. And you better make sure you get to school on time.
The school is very, very, very excellent because it trains young women to be wholesome. It instills virtue in them and lets them realize that yes, education is important. Sisters are just wonderful. You learn many things from just talking with the sisters. And they're very nice and very genuine and very caring people. And so if I would have like a problem, they would always share their wisdom and advice and things like that. So it's really great. The school on the whole is very wonderful. It's a wonderful school to help you through life itself, not just in education wise. The question is always there, how does it intertwine with God? And being there really helped me to open my eyes and let me know that God is in every single thing that you do. I graduated from Palotia High School in Belize in 2018.